Every parent watching this video loves their baby, wants the best for them, would do anything to protect their development. And yet, almost every parent watching this video is doing at least 3 things every single day that are quietly slowing down their baby's brain development. Not because they are bad parents, not because they do not care, because no one ever told them. In the next 12 minutes, I am going to walk you through 9 specific habits that researchers have identified as harmful to infant brain development. Some of them you have probably suspected, others are going to surprise you, and one of them in particular is so common that almost no parent realizes they are doing it. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which habits to stop today and what to do instead. Welcome to Inside the Baby Mind. Subscribe right now, because what comes next is something every parent deserves to know before their baby's first birthday. Habit 1. Screens near your baby. This is the one almost every parent watching this video is doing right now, and it is the most damaging. In the first 3 years of life, your baby's brain is wiring itself based on real human interaction, eye contact, face-to-face exchanges, voices that respond when they make sounds, hands that mirror their gestures, faces that react when they smile.
When you hand your baby a tablet, or you keep a screen on while you are with them, or you check your phone while they are looking at you, you are stealing minutes from this wiring process. The research is unambiguous. Babies who spend significant time in front of screens before age 2 show measurable delays in language development, attention regulation, and social processing. Even educational content, even baby-targeted apps, even passive background TV. The brain is not built to learn from screens at this age. It is built to learn from your face. The fix is not to eliminate every screen. The fix is to be aware of how much real, face-to-face engagement your baby is getting and protect that time fiercely. Read to them, sing to them, talk to them in full sentences. Let them babble back at you and respond to every sound they make. Your face is the most educational thing your baby will ever see. There is one specific moment that matters more than most parents realize. The moment you and your baby are in the same room, but you are looking at your phone instead of at them. Your baby looks at you, reads your face, sees that your attention is somewhere else, and the brain registers that signal. The person I depend on is here, but is not present. Researchers call this technoference. It is one of the most studied disruptions to early bonding in the last decade. The fix is not perfect attention.
It is to notice when you are doing it, and to put the phone down for the small windows when your baby is reaching for connection. Habit 2. Inconsistent sleep and irregular schedules. Your baby's brain runs on rhythm. Every time your baby sleeps, their brain consolidates everything they learned that day. Memories are filed, neural connections are strengthened, emotional regulation circuits are calibrated. This is not optional work. This is when most of the actual brain construction happens. When sleep is irregular, bedtime shifting by hours, naps unpredictable, schedules constantly changing, the brain cannot complete this consolidation work efficiently. What is worse, an overtired baby produces elevated levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. Chronic high cortisol in early infancy can affect the development of the hippocampus, the brain region responsible for memory and learning. The fix is consistency. Same bedtime within a 30-minute window, predictable nap times, a calming pre-sleep routine that signals to the baby's nervous system that it is time to power down. You do not need a rigid military schedule. You need a rhythm your baby's brain can learn to expect. Habit 3. Ignoring serve and return. This is the most invisible habit on this list and possibly the most important. Your baby coos. You respond. Your baby makes a face. You mirror it back. Your baby reaches. You meet their hand.
This back-and-forth exchange is called serve and return, and it is the foundation of every cognitive and emotional skill your baby will ever build. Some parents, often well-meaning ones, deliberately ignore their baby's cues to teach independence. Let them babble alone. Do not always pick them up. Do not always respond. The research on this is clear. When serve and return is consistently absent, the baby's brain registers it as a kind of relational stress. The neural circuits for communication, social trust, and emotional regulation do not develop as robustly. Independence is built later on the foundation of secure attachment, not at its expense. The fix is simple. When your baby makes a sound, respond. When your baby makes a face, mirror it. When your baby reaches for you, meet their hand. You are not spoiling them, you are wiring them. Habit 4. Exposure to chronic stress and harsh discipline. Babies cannot consciously process what they are hearing during a screaming argument, but their nervous system can. When a baby is exposed to repeated yelling, harsh tones, hostile environments, or aggressive discipline, their brain is flooded with cortisol and adrenaline. In small doses, this is normal. In sustained doses, it becomes toxic. Studies on early childhood adversity have shown that chronic stress in infancy affects the prefrontal cortex, the hippocampus, and the amygdala.
These are the regions responsible for impulse control, memory formation, and emotional regulation. The damage done in the first 3 years can shape a child's stress response for decades. This does not mean every household disagreement harms a baby. Babies are resilient when stress is occasional and resolution is visible. What matters is the pattern. The fix is creating an environment where calm is the baseline and stress is the exception. When you are overwhelmed, step away, take a breath, come back regulated. Babies do not need perfect parents. They need parents who repair after they rupture. If this video is opening your eyes to what is actually happening, take 2 seconds to subscribe. Habit 5. Skimping on nutrition. Your baby's brain is, quite literally, being built from what they eat. In the first 2 years of life, the brain triples in size. This explosive growth requires specific building blocks: healthy fats, especially DHA, iron, zinc, choline, high-quality proteins, vitamins that support neural development. When breastfeeding is possible, breast milk delivers these nutrients in their most bioavailable form, along with other compounds that support brain growth. When breastfeeding is not possible, modern formulas are designed to approximate this nutritional profile. The danger comes from inconsistent or low-quality nutrition, skipping meals because the baby seems uninterested, defaulting to processed snacks because they are easier.
Introducing solids too late or too narrowly. These choices have real consequences for brain development. The fix is to think of every meal as a brain meal. Iron-rich foods, healthy fats, whole proteins, diverse colors and textures. The brain that gets fed well in the first 2 years has a measurable advantage that lasts a lifetime. Habit 6. Limiting tummy time and movement. Your baby's brain develops through their body, specifically through movement. When a baby spends extended time on their back, in seats, in swings, or in carriers without ever being free to move, their motor circuits do not develop properly. And motor circuits are not just about physical skill. They are deeply connected to spatial reasoning, attention, and even early problem solving. Tummy time is not optional. It is foundational. Babies who spend regular time on their stomachs, free to push up, reach, pivot, and eventually crawl, develop visual tracking, postural control, and core strength that supports everything that comes next. The fix is daily, dedicated tummy time, starting in the first weeks of life. Short sessions at first, increasing as your baby tolerates more. With toys, mirrors, your face on their level. Movement is not separate from brain development. Movement is brain development. Habit 7. Overprotecting and limiting exploration. Safety is essential. Overprotection is harmful. Babies learn about the physical world by interacting with it. They drop things to learn gravity.
They bang things to learn cause and effect. They mouth things to learn texture. They get frustrated when something does not work to learn problem solving. When parents intervene constantly, sanitize every surface, prevent every minor frustration, and lock down every interesting object, the baby's brain misses critical opportunities to build the neural circuits for curiosity, persistence, and cognitive flexibility. The fix is supervised freedom. Child-proof your space, then let your baby explore it. Let them touch the cold floor. Let them try and fail. Let them get a little messy. Let them solve small puzzles without you swooping in. Frustration, in small doses, is one of the most important teachers your baby will ever have. Habit 8. Pacifier or thumb dependency. This one is more nuanced than the others, so listen carefully. Pacifiers and thumbs are not bad. They serve real soothing functions. The problem is when they replace other developmental activities. When a baby always has something in their mouth, they have less opportunity to babble, less opportunity to practice sounds, less opportunity to communicate vocally. The mouth that is constantly occupied is a mouth that is not exercising the muscles, breath patterns, and vocal range that build language. Beyond a certain age, extended pacifier or thumb use can also affect oral and dental development. The fix is not to eliminate them entirely.
It is to reserve them for sleep, distress, and transitions, and to keep them out during awake, interactive periods. Let your baby's mouth be free to explore sounds, textures, and eventually words. Habit 9. Silence at home. This is the habit most parents are most surprised to learn about. The single biggest predictor of language development in the first 3 years of life is not screens, not toys, not classes. It is the sheer amount of language a baby hears spoken to them. Studies have measured the difference. Babies in language-rich households hear 30 million more words by age 3 than babies in language-sparse households. That gap translates into measurable differences in vocabulary, reading readiness, and academic performance years later. This finding, originally documented in research by Hart and Risley in the 1990s, has been replicated and refined many times since. The conclusion has remained consistent. The amount and quality of language a child hears in the first 3 years of life predicts academic outcomes more reliably than almost any other early childhood factor researchers have measured. What is remarkable is that closing this gap costs nothing. It does not require special toys, expensive classes, or educational programs. It requires only one thing: a parent who talks to their baby, often in full sentences, about anything at all. The habit that creates language-sparse households is not malice, it is silence.
Parents who do not narrate, do not describe, do not talk to their baby because the baby cannot answer back. Parents who default to baby talk only. Parents who fill the room with TV instead of with their voice. The fix is to talk constantly, narrate what you are doing, describe what your baby is seeing, ask them questions even when they cannot answer, read to them daily, sing to them, use full sentences and varied vocabulary. Your voice is the single most powerful educational tool your baby will ever encounter. Use it generously. Let me say one thing as we close. If you recognized yourself in 3 or 4 of these habits, you are not failing your baby. You are a parent who did not know, and now you know. The most beautiful thing about the infant brain is how responsive it is to change. The neural circuits that have not formed yet can still form. The patterns that have started can still shift. The damage that has happened in small doses can still be repaired by consistent, present, attuned care from this point forward. You did not destroy your baby's brain by checking your phone while they were on your lap. You did not ruin their development with one bad day of yelling. You did not stunt their language with a few quiet meals. What matters is the pattern, and the pattern starts now. Pick the one habit on this list that hit you the hardest, the one where you thought, that is me, that is what I do. Start with that one tomorrow morning. Make one small change.
Then another. Then another. A baby's brain rewards consistency, not perfection. If this video helped you, share it with another parent who needs to hear it. Share it with your partner. Share it with the friend who is overwhelmed and wondering if she is doing enough. Share it with the new dad who has not been told any of this. Leave a comment telling me which habits surprised you the most. I read every single one. And the next time you are about to hand your baby a screen, or look at your own phone while they are watching you, or stay silent during a meal because you are tired, remember, their brain is listening. Their brain is wiring. Their brain is being built right now by everything you do. You have more power than you realize. Don't blink.